Who would win, Jasper or Topaz? Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe discussion slash theory video on Jasper versus Topaz. Now I've had this idea for a video or a series for a while. I even did a video like this almost a year ago, and I just didn't know when to keep making these types of videos again, but it feels right now to start them up again. And I did ask you guys to tell me who should be in these videos, and I got this comment telling me that Jasper versus Topaz would be a good matchup, and I think that's actually a good idea. So this is basically the big buff Cheeto Puff versus the big thick Lego brick. Now I could say that since double Topaz is a fusion, Jasper will automatically lose because Jasper just loves losing against fusions even if she's one herself, but nah, this fight will have Jasper pretty much fighting against both right and left Topaz since they are rarely seen apart, and I also take into account of double Topaz, the fusion of the two gems, to make it more interesting. The start of this matchup does of course come down to strength. That is a big part of this fight. Jasper is the perfect slash ultimate quartz, and her fighting against elite soldier gems. This should be fun to discuss on who would win in terms of strength. Now Jasper has been seen of course being on par with Garnet, one of the more powerful and stronger crystal gems ever, and she's the leader of the group. So being on par with her is pretty cool, seeing how she can actually throw Garnet around here and there. Topaz, on the other hand, looked like she wasn't even trying when she threw Garnet, and she crashed a bit harder than what we expected just from a casual throw. But of course, that was when she was a fusion, so it does make sense how she was able to throw her like that with little power or little effort. Now, going back to Jasper though, let's remember that on her own, she was able to savagely beat, throne, and plan out overpower two corrupted gems, and even more off screen when she was gathering her quote-unquote army during the whole corruption arc, or like the quartz arc as I call it, and all that stuff during beta and earthling, those episodes. It usually takes all the crystal gems working together at least to take out just one gem monster. Jasper did it by herself, so if anything, I would honestly give Jasper the win here in terms of strength. Now, I'm not saying that, yeah, within one hit, Topaz is done. Absolutely not. Jasper is going to have to give all she's got to knock out Topaz, especially if she's in the fusion form. Topaz is a walking tank almost, so her endurance is something to take in account. Though, Jasper is also quite tanky herself. She was able to still get up after being beaten by Garnet, electrocuted, being inside of an explosion, to deal with an impact of Paradox ship falling back down into Earth, and then that also exploded, and she still got up. Could barely walk, but moving after that was enough to prove that she can take some hits. Now for other features that decide this fight, weapons. Topaz, no real argument here, of course, has the better weapon. Can be used at a safe distance, and she can have two of them if needed. And the mace is a strong weapon, strong enough to pop Steven's bubble with a few hits. Jasper has her crash helmet. A helmet, basically. That's it. Now, it's not entirely bad, but compared to Topaz, it's just questionable. Granted, it does protect her gem, and the helmet is as hard as Garnet's gauntlets, so that's a plus. Not only that, the helmet is also hard enough to poof Amethyst when she was down and actually not able to move or continue fighting Jasper when she fought her. Topaz, if a fusion at the time, has two big targets in her head area. All Jasper has to do is get close enough and punch her in either of the big-ass gem spots. But against Topaz, Topaz is pretty good with her weapon, so getting close could be difficult. But this is where Jasper does something that completely throws off Topaz. Speed. No doubt, with Jasper's spin dash and her charging up the power of it, it is a perfect counter to Topaz. She could run circles around her if need be, and we all know Topaz isn't exactly the fastest gem we've seen. She's big, but not fast. Jasper is pretty much both of those things. Her spin dash is powerful enough to send Garnet through multiple floors and leave her all scratched up, and this is where Jasper's weapon can be used at its fullest power. Now, the last thing, of course, is intelligence, since, strength and, just being able to take hits is not exactly everything when it comes to a fight. Intelligence does also play a big factor when it comes to fighting. And, well, this is kind of simple as well. Jasper kind of has this one on lockdown. Majority of the actions that Topaz does when she was on screen, she was being told what to do, bossed around, and commanded by the blue bumblebee Aquamarine. When Topaz did start thinking for herself, she got shut down real quick and she got right back into her place. Jasper was making plans and schemes for herself. She alone came up with the plan of collecting corrupted gems, and that plan was working out fine until the gems found her in the beta kindergarten. And not only that, at least for Jasper, at least from what we know of course, she was in the war and was most likely a rather high-ranking commanding gem, so it would make sense, of course, that they would have the ultimate quartz be, a commander. It's like, oh, well, we got, like, this walking perfection right here. Might as well just have her lead the assault and everything like that. So her being a commander and thinking things and able to think on her feet and being a strategist wouldn't be too surprising. So she does have the intelligence on her side. She's a lot smarter than what people give her credit for. So if it came down to a fight between Topaz and Jasper, Jasper would have quite a number of traits that would give her the win here. But, that's basically my opinion and all the things that I can give on this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Jasper would actually win this fight within a sweep, which she had trouble, or do you think that Topaz would actually win? Give your reasons on that and everything like that on the comments below. One Johnny Fanner for the channel would be greatly appreciated. Email and Twitter are in the description below. Support me on my Patreon. That would be very friendly of you. Have a great day, have a great night, and everything else you know to do.